Okay, folks, it's Caitlin Clark and the Fever taking on Marina Mabrey and the Connecticut Sun, making sure I get everything in place here. And I'm also waiting on a call or a signal from my wife because she's on her way to get a battery for her truck right now. We got the money we needed for that. Now I'm working on getting some groceries for the house. So while I get everything together, uh, oh, the heck with it. Let me get everything situated. And now let me text my wife. Matter of fact, I'm going to call her. Hang on a minute. All right. Here, let me do this. I said I'd wait till the top of the hour, and I'm going to wait till the top of the hour. I'm just I'm worried about something, folks. I know where the game is. I think I know where they're headed. So I'm going to watch the game from here to start things off. And it should be a good game tonight for the Indiana Fever. All right, it's the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun for the third time this year. What, Lucy? Lucy, go lay down. Go to bed. One player that the Fever will have to control is that of Tina Charles. The veteran from UConn has been dynamite for them. Marina Mabrey is another player they have to control. Ah, darn it. Hold on. Let me make a phone call. Hold on a minute. Okay. We got about 3 minutes before tip off. About 3 minutes before tip off. So don't go away. All right. I just got a hell of a compliment from Paul Wilson, who says Shady Lane Holmes is a small streamer like you. Yeah, I know. Paul Wilson says, shout out to Snowman Multimedia, the official sports announcer of the Black Manosphere. Man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that compliment, because I want to bring it to and for everybody. I mean that. I absolutely mean that. AB Media is here with us from Indianapolis, Indiana. 17 watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, support the show, hit the super chat or the Cash App to support the show. The Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun. Indiana sitting in the 6th spot right now at 11-10. Washington at the 7th spot, also 11-10. Golden State, the rookie team, holding on to that 8th spot. They are sitting at 10-11. So this is a big, big game for the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark building off of a double-double, 14 points, 13 assists, also 5 steals in the contest. And we're just about ready to go. Pam Ward is on the ESPN call. And hopefully, and we hope that you guys enjoy this one, as I will definitely enjoy bringing this to you. Everything that everybody that contributes to this broadcast, everything will go toward any kind of help where we can get back on our feet as a family. Callie Greenshields is here with us. She'll supply our trivia. Clark Goodlow here in the house with us as well. One of the greatest sports announcers ever heard. Man, thank you. Thank you so much. And we're celebrating our 30th year. Can you believe that? Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Natasha Howard, and Aaliyah Baston on the floor for the Indiana Fever. JC Sheldon, Bria Hartley, Sanaya Rivers, Tina Charles, and Olivia Nelson Ododa for the Connecticut Sun. They'll go with the black uniforms with the white numbers. Indiana will be in the white travel uniforms this evening. And we are set to go. This is a big game for the Indiana Fever. Remember, Connecticut has beaten them once this year. That was in Indianapolis, and that was also minus Caitlin Clark. As we get everything situated here, the Fever will travel. Oh, they are in Boston. They're at TD Garden with a full house. Connecticut travels right to left, Indiana left to right. Here we go. Ball tipped up in the air, controlled by Tina Charles, and Hartley will bring it across for the Connecticut Sun. Working off the Charles screen at the top of the circle, Sanaya Rivers has it off to the left. Rivers with a bounce pass low to Tina Charles. Charles backs in on Aaliyah Boston. Fadeaway shot left baseline, rimming no. Rebound taken down by Aaliyah Boston. Hands to Caitlin Clark, and Indiana gets their first possession. We play 10-minute quarters as mandated by the Women's National Basketball Association and administered by the same organization. Bounce pass stolen by Rivers. Rivers back the other way. 2-on-1. Rivers flying to the hole, lays it in. And Connecticut gets the first bucket of the game. They lead 2-0. 9:24 left in the first as Caitlin Clark on the fly stops right of the lane with a wraparound dribble, works her way in against J.C. Showdown, now finds Boston. Boston has it off to the right, hands it to Mitchell. Out front, Caitlin Clark, 10 to shoot. Caitlin Clark on the move to the left. Clark over the top pass underneath Natasha Howard. She flies in and gets the layup, and we're tied at 2. A minute gone in the first, 2 apiece. J.C. Showdown works off the screen. Bounce to Tina Charles, left of the lane. Comes up shooting and hitting. The one-footed jumper for Tina Charles breaks the tie. Connecticut leads 4-2, and Caitlin Clark brings it up. Clark in the front court outside right. Clark had 20 points the last time these two teams played. Inside, Natasha Howard fakes. A lefty hook. Rolls in. Tied at 4. 8:35 left in the first. And now I see the mistake I've made with my scoreboard. Somebody pointed this out to me, and I'm glad I see it. So we're going to make some changes on the fly. That rebound taken down by Nelson Adota. She shoots it in, and Connecticut regains the lead, 6-4. Now that I know what the issue is, I can do that and that, and now y'all can see the full score. Aaliyah Boston right of the key. Boston underneath to Natasha Howard. Reverse layup is in. Natasha Howard ties the game at 6 with 7:54 remaining in the first quarter. That ball tipped out of bounds off the hands of Hartley. Caitlin Clark has been concentrating more on her playmaking ability than her scoring, since it's going to take a minute, as she says best, for her to get back to it. Low left, Tina Charles. Charles backs in, throws it out. Sanaya Rivers, a left corner 3. Rebound, Tina Charles. Back to the hoop. Had it blocked. Out of bounds. Stays with the Connecticut Sun. 7:38 remains in the first quarter. Tina Charles going to work early. Aaliyah Boston came up with that block. That pass underneath, gathered in by Nelson Adota. She shoots it up, no good. Natasha Howard the rebound, and here they come on the push. Caitlin Clark in the front court. Clark at the top of the circle. Now accelerates right to the lane, all the way to the hoop, and lays it in. 8-6, Indiana with the lead. And 7:18 remaining in the first quarter. J.C. Showdown has it off to the right. Showdown backs up on the dribble against a double team. Out front, Nelson Adota. Rivers has it on the left wing. 10 to shoot. Rivers on the drive, left of the lane, all the way to the hoop, and lays it in. So now Rivers has 4, and we're tied at 8. 7 minutes left in the opening quarter. This game is being played at TD Garden in Boston with a full house on deck. Underneath to Lexi Hall. Spin around shot in the lane. Rimming. Good. Lexi Hall with her first bucket. And it's 10-8. In favor of the Indiana Fever. They've grabbed the lead for the second time. Cross court left, J.C. Showdown. 3-pointer on the way. Rebound taken down by Aaliyah Boston. Outlet pass, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark on the move in the front court. Clark works off the dribble. Has it left, works it left of the key, I beg your pardon, out front of Leah Boston, underneath Lexi Hull. Hull had it stripped, now gives it to Howard. A right-hand hook in the lane, rolls in. And the Fever now lead 12-8. And 6:13 remaining in the opening quarter. In the left corner, J.C. Sheldon hands to Hartley. Her three-pointer is no good. Rebound, Nelson Dodota. Bulls away in the lane. Natasha Howard says, get it out of here. Now Clark on the run for the Indiana Fever. Lexi Hull, three from the left wing. Bang! Or shall I say splash? Their first splash hit of the ball game. Indiana 15, Connecticut 8, and timeout on the floor. 5:52 remaining in the first quarter. The Fever have scored 7 in a row. They lead 15-8. I got to check on something real quick. Don't go away. Checking on the family while we're doing this. Callie brought us our first question of the night, and it is, how many times have these two teams faced off? That's our trivia question, brought to you by the Cali Green Shields Association. Musso says watching, but still have you on. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Moose. Appreciate everybody that's tuning us in tonight. We're at 1,870 subscribers, 130 away from $2,000. Let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can reach 2,000 before the middle of August. Let's see if we can reach 2,000 before mid-August. Let's see if we can get, you know what? Let's see if we can reach 2,500 before Labor Day. I love the commercial they made for Caitlin Clark. The following footage contains a woman on fire. Defenders will get burned. Nets will sizzle. Game plans will go up in smoke. Absolutely, they will. Especially all attempts to contain Caitlin Clark will fail. You're doggone right they're going to fail, especially when she gets her shot back. Moose says, you are welcome. I thank you. We're in the first quarter, 15-8 in favor of the Indiana Fever, who make their home at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And speaking of which, Saturday night, the WNBA All-Star Game takes place. And Aaliyah Boston, back home in Massachusetts, the three-time Massachusetts Gatorade Player of the Year. Incredible. Her high school jersey was retired last year. And we're set to get back to work as the Fever hold a 15-8 lead. As we get you back to business, teams remain the same on the floor as Hartley brings it up. Hartley comes across into the front court, plays it to Sheldon. They dump it underneath to Charles, and it's stolen. Fever have it on the push. Kelsey Mitchell flying in. Dump to Howard. She lays it in. 17-8. 9 in a row for the Indiana Fever. With 5:29 left in the first quarter. Tina Charles has it. A bounce pass underneath Sanaya Rivers. Underneath to Nelson Odota. She shoots it in. And that makes the score 17-10. Last thing you want if you're the Indiana Fever coming out on this good of a stretch is to let them back in the ball game. Caitlin Clark backs out on the dribble out near the timeline, hands to Mitchell, back to Caitlin Clark on the left wing. 5:05 left in the first. Clark had it poked away and stolen. Outlet pass, Tina Charles flying in, lays it in. It's a 5-point game. 17-12. Caitlin Clark back the other way. 4:54 left in the first. Caitlin Clark on the move to the left. Unleashes a three from the left wing. Rimming, no. Rebound taken down by Connecticut, and here they come in the push. J.C. Sheldon is out of the game. Now a bullet pass, Nelson Ododo over the top into Tina Charles. Backs in on Boston and shoots it in. 17-14, 6 straight points by the Connecticut Connecticut Sun. On the road this year, the Caitlin Clark, the sharpshooter, only 1 for 29 from three-point land. That's on the road this year. So you would love to see her break out of her slump and do it in a big way. So Lexi Hull and Caitlin Clark both will come out for a breather, which I think is a good move. In play, it comes to Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham, and Ari McDonald on the floor. Allison Moran is with us from Chicago. What's up, Allie? On the right side, Aaliyah Boston, hands to Ari McDonald. McDonald standing dribble, 5 to shoot. McDonald on the attack. Pitch out Sophie Cunningham, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. On the way into the lane, lays it in with the right hand as the shot clock went dead. 4 minutes left in the first. And it's 19-14, favor of the Indiana Fever. A bounce pass to Tina Charles on the right wing. Charles on the attack all the way to the hoop and shoots it in. 19-16. Right back comes Indiana all the way. Kelsey Mitchell scoops it in and draws the foul. First bucket for Kelsey Mitchell, I beg your pardon, with a chance for 3. And she drops the free throw. It's a 6-point lead, 22-16, and 3:35 left in the first. Morrow has it off to the right. Morrow turns on the dribble with a screen from Charles, drops it back to Charles. She goes to the hoop, missed it. Follow up, no, but a foul called. And Aaliyah Boston saying, that foul can't be on me. That's just not possible. But it is possible. Aaliyah Boston picks up the foul. That's her first. Tina Charles entering tonight the second most points in WNBA history behind the legendary Diana Taurasi. Charles drops the free throw, making it 22-17. Second attempt on the way is in and out, and the rebound taken down by Natasha Howard. McDonald brings it up. McDonald across into the front court, directing traffic with a left-hand dribble on the left wing. Out front, Mitchell, 20-footer head of the key. Bullseye! Hey, Allie, you remember Jim Durham. That's a common phrase of his. I hope you like it. 24-17. Indiana leads by 7. A three-pointer out front is good. Now another steal, and here comes Connecticut on the push. They run ahead to Lindsay Allen. She shoots it in, and it's a 2-point lead. 24-22. Right back comes Ari McDonald. Missed the layup. Natasha Howard grabs the rebound. Out to Cunningham. A 3 from the left wing. Long rebound chased down by Morrow, and here comes Connecticut on the push with a chance to tie. Allen in the front court, outside left, with a wraparound dribble against Kelsey Mitchell. Allen directing traffic, 15 to shoot, 2:24 on the big one in the first quarter. Charles has it out front between the rings. Now on the right side is Anissa Morrow. Morrow lost the ball, able to get it back. Morrow on the drive into the lane, reverse layup. Yep, tie game. 24 all and 2:08 left in the first. And now we get a foul in the front court. all, 2:05 for the first quarter. We'll get your lineups to you in just a moment. Here's Dantas holding out front, hands to McDonald, 17 to shoot. A hook back to Dantas, fakes, backs up, straight on 3, splash! 459 Buster says, good evening from Hawkeye Country, go Fever. Thanks for tuning in. Pitch Grid Pod is on with us this evening. Thanks to you for tuning in. 27-24. J.C. Sheldon back on the floor. They dump it low to Charles. Charles works away in the lane, shoots it up. Nope, but a foul called. 1:38 left in the first. Tina Charles, J.C. Sheldon, Anissa Morrow, Lindsey Allen, and Layla LeCan. 2 splashes so far for Indiana. How many do you think they'll make tonight? More to the point, how many do you think Caitlin Clark will drop tonight? How many splashes for Caitlin Clark tonight? Let's have a little fun in the chat, shall we? And 459 Buster, thank you for tuning in. Free throw good for Tina Charles, making it 27-25 and 1:38 left in the first. Remember in the last game where we had the Indiana Fever, they put up 64 in the first half. 27-25 our score. The second attempt on the way, good, 27-26. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Caitlin Clark back on the floor, brings it up, works off the Howard screen, on the attack right of the lane, fakes, turns and looks, out to Dantas. Dantas on the drive, spins on Charles, comes up shooting right baseline, blocked by Charles, cleared by Charles. Charles has it on the run. Charles on the move right of the lane, backs it on Sophie Cunningham. A pitch underneath to Morrow, fadeaway shot right of the key, no good. Rebound taken down by Sophie Cunningham. 1:12 left in the first. 27-26. Indiana leads by 1. They've led by as many as 9. Now they throw it underneath, and it's stolen by Sheldon. There's a scramble for the ball, and we have a jump ball. 27-26 our score, with 1:03 left in the first. And the jump ball will come in the Connecticut circle. Here's the tip, and it's controlled by Connecticut, and they look for the lead with a minute to go in the first. All the way as Lindsey Allen lays it in, driving in from the right. 28-27. Connecticut leads by 1, 50 seconds for the first. Here's a jump pass to Natasha Howard, who gets across the timeline, front court to the right, stops the dribble, now finds Ari McDonald, flying down the lane, shoots it up, no good, but a foul called, and McDonald shoots a pair. Caitlin Clark so far this season has made only 1 3-point field goal on the road. Let's try to change that tonight. Free throw good for McDonald. 28 all, 41.6 left in the first. Now that I know how this particular scoreboard works, I think I'm going to use it from here on out. Second attempt, splash. 29-28. Indiana leads by 1. 38 seconds left in the quarter. Lindsey Allen has it off to the left, guarded loosely by Sophie Cunningham. Out front it comes to LeCan. LeCan on the drive left of the lane. Over the top pass into Nelson Ododa. Shoots the shot up, no good. Caitlin Clark the rebound. 3 different shot clock to game clock. Shot clock reads 20. 23 on the big one. Caitlin Clark across the timeline into the front court. They'll play for 1. Caitlin Clark standing dribble out near the timeline. Or at the timeline, guarded by LeCan. Dantas comes to set the screen. Clark uses it. Now she's met the double team. All the way to the left corner for Ari McDonald. McDonald on the drive into the lane. Over the top pass tipped and stolen by Allen. Ahead it comes to Morrow. 3, 2, 1. Morrow from 45 feet. Bank no good, and that's the quarter. So we're done with the quarter. And your score is the Indiana Fever 29 and the Connecticut Sun 28. Now, our first trivia question of the night, and it looks like this. How many times have these two teams faced off? That's our first trivia question. Here's the answer. 86 times. 86 times these two teams have faced off against one another. So we're done with one, and your score is Indiana 29 and Connecticut 28. Let's put this question in the chat. How many threes do you think Caitlin Clark will bang home tonight? I say she's going to get 3 of them. She had 20 points the last time these two teams met. The first time these two teams met, she didn't play because she was out with an injury. So how many threes do you think Caitlin Clark will hit tonight? Indiana's already hit 2 in 7 attempts. Kelsey Mitchell also with 3 points in the game. So as we take a look at our BetUS box score, it is Natasha Howard leading with 10. 5 points apiece for Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull. Caitlin Clark with a pair. Aaliyah Boston played but did not score. Off the bench, 3 for Damaris Dantas, 2 for Sophie Cunningham, and 2 for Ari McDonald. Hold on, folks. Okay. Rising Rhino is celebrating his birthday today, and I know he's. Hey, y'all want to have some fun? Let's raid the birthday boy. Let's do a raid for the birthday boy. Let's do a raid for the birthday boy. I'm going to put his link in the chat. We're going to raid him, give him a happy birthday wish, and also a Snowman's Raid hashtag. Doggone it. Okay, there he is. There's the link I'm looking for. Let's do a raid for the one and only Rising Rhino, a great supporter and a great supporter of Snowman Multimedia, and also a great friend. Let's have some fun. All right, folks. Here comes the link. Thank you, Kenneth Clark, for the reminder, and thank you for joining. Here's the link. Use these 2 hashtags when you go raid them. And Snowman Raid. All right. Use those 2 hashtags. How many assists will Clark have tonight? You think she'll get another double-double? I think she will. I think she'll hand out 10 assists. Thank you, 459 Buster, for that question. I think she will hand out 10. How many of you guys think she'll hand out? I say she'll hand out 10. 29-28 as we head for the second quarter. The 3-point contest on Friday will feature 2 of the best in the business, Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Ionescu. Oh, boy. I might have to take a look at that. I just might have to take a look at that. Stephanie White, in her second tour of duty with Indiana, was the 2023 WNBA Coach of the Year. It's a 1-point league. Indiana with the ball. As we get ready for the second quarter, your lineup on the floor: Boston, Clark, Dantas, Cunningham, and McDonald. For Connecticut, Nelson Odota, Sheldon, Morrow, Allen, and Lacan. So they'll keep their defensive unit on the floor. A deep 3 by Clark. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Nelson Odota. Connecticut with a chance at the lead. 9:40 for the half. Lindsey Allen across into the front court, guarded by Ari McDonald. Bounce pass back to the left for Lacan. Lacan on the move, left of the key, fakes. Bullet pass back to the right side for Morrow. She comes up shooting for 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Boston runs interference, and Clark comes into the front court. Reminder, this game is being played in Boston. A handoff to Ari McDonald. McDonald got fouled, nothing called. Dantas got fouled twice, nothing called there. Here's Dantas with a pitch out, a Boston 3. Rebound snatched down by Anissa Morrow, and back comes the LSU product and the Connecticut Sun the other way. They look for the lead. A bounce pass underneath, and a foul called on Aaliyah Boston. I'm sorry, what? When was that foul? Where was that foul? Well, we'll see how we'll see how it turns out. Lacan has it off to the right, bounce past Nelson Odoto, off her hand, stolen by Clark. Clark 2-on-1 the other way. Caitlin Clark on the fly, all the way in from the right, shoots it up, no good, but a foul called, and Clark shoots two. Here's a question for you: Do you guys think that Caitlin Clark will produce a triple double tonight? She's been flirting with one. Oops, wrong one. Trying to send a link to my chat monitor. Free throw, no good for Caitlin Clark. She's got 2 points in the game. 29-28, Indiana by 1. 8:49 left in the half. This was the score at the end of the first quarter. J.C. Sheldon back on. So it's Charles, Hartley, Sheldon, Morrow, and Lacan, the 5 on the floor for the Connecticut Sun. Free throw number 2 is good. Hartley brings it up. Clark, 3 points so far. She's got 4 assists. Out front, Tina Charles. Back to to Hartley, I beg your pardon. Hartley tosses to Morrow. 15-footer front of the key. No good. Rebound, Caitlin Clark. She's got 3 rebounds so far tonight. Caitlin Clark in the front court. Clark with a bounce pass to Boston. 15-footer in the lane. Now Nisa Morrow snatches down the rebound. Back comes Connecticut the other way. Hartley in the front court. Hartley started step dribble on the move, right baseline, picks up her dribble, shovels a pass under to Morrow. Morrow with a fake on Sophie Cunningham, lays it up, no good. Rebound tap to Caitlin Clark. Here she comes. Clark with a bounce pass ahead, stolen by Hartley, or by Lacan, I beg your pardon. Back the other way they come. Lacan shovels a pass underneath, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and it'll belong to Indiana. 30-28, Indiana leads by a deuce. And Clark committed her first turnover of the night. But it'll be fever ball to come the length of the floor, left to right, as we see it, and as you folks are listening along at home with us and watching the booth cam along with us. Kelsey Mitchell has it out front. Front plays it right side to Cunningham. Now to Boston. Boston with a backdoor for Kelsey Mitchell. She lays it up and in. 32-28. Indiana leads by 4 and 7:35 left in the first half. Lacan has it off to the left. Lacan, standing dribble, works away in the lane, all the way to the hoop, lays it in. 2-point game. 32-30. In favor of the Indiana Fever. Here comes Clark on the fly. Stops right of the lane. Now on the attack. Dumps a pass underneath the Leah Boston. Goes up, got roughed, foul called, and Boston shoots 2. 32-30. Indiana leads by a deuce. That was a great cut by Kelsey. Lucy, what are you doing? Keeping an eye on my dog here. What are you doing, Lucy? I know. You're excited they're going to come back. Boston's free throw. Rimming, good. 33-30. 7:15 remaining in the first half. I also asked, do not post any spoilers in the chat because I want to deliver this entire call for you guys. Indiana comes in with a record of 11-10. Connecticut 3-18, but one of those 3 came against the Fever. Second free throw rims out. Rebound Nia Hartley. Hartley comes across into the front court. Hartley on the move off the Tina Charles screen on the drive left of the lane. Bounce pass left back to Charles. They play it to the right corner. A 3 on the way by Lacan is no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds goes to Indiana. (33-30) Indiana leads. Indiana 2 for 6 from 3-point land so far tonight. Here's Kelsey Mitchell on the drive, left of the lane, comes up shooting and hitting. Kelsey Mitchell with 7, and the lead is 5, 35-30. Right back come the Connecticut Sun in the front court. Hartley scissor dribble off to the right. Now plays out front to Charles, dump underneath to Rivers. Rivers backs in on Kelsey Mitchell, but we get a foul called. Here's a question for you. What is the win ratio between the Fever and the Sun? That's a great question. Let's see if we get a review of this. We just might. Mitchell picked up the foul. And they're going to take a look at it. 35-30 our score, 6:34 remaining in the first half. We have a review timeout. It's Indiana, it's the Fever 35 and Connecticut 30 on your home for alternative play-by-play, Snowman Sportsnet. We're going to have a review timeout. Let's go check in on Rhino, shall we? Did y'all get a chance to go over to Rhino's page and wish him a happy birthday and give him a Snowman's Raid hashtag? If you haven't, please do so. Let's show some support for the young man. He's doing it right now. Fantastic Four is coming out. Something's driving him crazy. I don't know what it is, but something's driving him nuts. Rhino covers all things Colorado and all things football. So we're going to show him some support tonight for his birthday. Happy birthday, Rhino. Snowman Raid. He gave me a compliment this morning during the morning show saying I was the king of the WNBA. There's a few that know more than I, but I'm sinking my teeth into it. By covering the Fever, I am sinking my teeth. I'm sinking my teeth dead into it, which is cool. And I love doing it. And I like what his scroll says at the bottom. He doesn't show his chat messages, probably because he has so many of them. Here we go. Birthday Rhino and Snowman Raid. Whoops, not Raid. Not Raid with an E on it. Raid. There you go. There's the go. There's the message. There's the message. And this call is going to stand, unfortunately. And the Fever will be charged with their first time out of the night. So it stands. 35-30. Indiana leads by 5. 6:34 remaining in the first half. So the foul call stands. So Mitchell will come out in favor of Ari McDonald, who has 2 points in the ball game. So not only do they lose a timeout, they also lose their challenge. So you can't have a challenge for the remainder of the night. That's a bad call. That's a bad call. That should not be a foul on Kelsey Mitchell. I'm sorry. I'm not one, but that was a bad call. Max Clamage with us. I came from the Fever. I stayed for the Snowman. You are too kind, Max. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very, very much. 35-30 our score. 6:34 remaining in the first half. And your lineup on the floor for Connecticut, as it stands right now, is Charles, Hartley, Sheldon, Rivers, and Peters. And now Sanaya Rivers being calmed down by her coach. Ruth Kerr is one of our newest subscribers. Thank you, Ruth. Indiana's lineup is Howard, along with Boston, Mitchell, Hull, and Caitlin Clark, who's back on the floor. I want to see Caitlin hit one on the road so badly. They haven't played it Hartley, dump low left to Charles, and we get a whistle. It's a shot clock reset. Mitchell in for Ari McDonald. 6:32 remaining in the first half. Your Fever lead by 5, 35-30. A bounce pass in play to Hartley. Hartley on the move to the right. Hartley standing dribble, guarded by Lexi Hall. Here comes Hartley with a spin, throws up the shot, no good. J.C. Sheldon has it. Sheldon with a fake, throws the shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Natasha Howard. Hands to Caitlin Clark. Clark only 3 points in the game so far, but Indiana holds a 5-point lead. They go over the top underneath, and a foul call. Lexi Hall in this season averaged a career high 7.9 points per game. Here's Clark off to the left. Bounce past Boston. Underneath Natasha Howard, she lays it in. She's got a dozen. 37-30 in favor of the Indiana Fever. 5:56 remaining in the first half. Charles has it out front to Rivers on the right wing. Sanaya Rivers with a fake over the top pass into Peters. Peters goes up with a reverse, missed it. Rebound comes down to Aaliyah Boston. Back come the Fever left to right. Boston on the drive, stops at the free throw line, hands it to Caitlin Clark. Clark on the attack, goes up to the hole and lays it in. 5 points for Caitlin Clark. 9-point Indiana lead. This equals the largest, 39-30, and 5.5 for the half. Hartley has it outside left. A crossover dribble, and she shoots a three and splashes it home. 5:23 left in the first half, and it's 39-33 in favor of the Indiana Fever. Here comes Clark with a spin, goes up, had it blocked, taken down, no foul called there, and Peters comes up with a rebound. Outlet pass, J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon in the front court, pitches it right side to Hartley, right corner Rivers, a wide open three-try. Rebound, Tina Charles. Back up, banked it around and out. Tapped out of bounds, belongs to Indiana. (39-33), Indiana leads. Out front, Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive into the lane with a pitch out to McDonald. Clark is out of the ball game. Right side, left side, Lexi Hall. Hull on the spin into the lane, shoots it up, no good. Tap Boston, no. Tap Howard, no. Rebound Hartley. Back come Connecticut on the push. Hartley on the fly in the front court. Stops top of the circle. Pitches it out of bounds. Another turnover for Connecticut. .425 left in the first half. 39-33 in favor of the Indiana Fever. McDonald has it out front, guarded by J.C. Sheldon. McDonald plays it to Howard on the left wing. Howard finds Lexi Hall, turns on the dribble, comes back outside, 7 to shoot. To the left corner, Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard on the drive in the lane with a scoop shot, missed it. And the rebound taken down by Tina Charles. Ahead it comes to Sheldon. J.C. Sheldon in the front court. Sheldon comes out to Charles from 15. Got it. (39-35) in favor of the Indiana Fever. They've led for most of the contest. Out front, Ari McDonald. McDonald to Aaliyah Boston, left of the key. Boston on the drive in on Tina Charles. Backs up, backs in, fakes, throws the shot up, no good. No foul called there either. Charles picks up the rebound. Chance to cut it to 2 or 1 with a long one. Here's Hartley on the drive to the free throw line. Backs up, 3-point stripe. A bounce pass to Tina Charles. Charles fakes, 20-foot ahead of the key. Short. Rebound taken down by Howard. That pass tipped away and stolen by J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon on the move in the front court. Bounce pass, Sanaya Rivers in the left corner. Over the top pass into Nelson Adota. Adota fakes, comes back outside to Hartley. 3 minutes for the half. Hartley on the move to the right. Bounce pass, Nelson Adota. Bulls her way in on Howard. Pitch out left corner, Sheldon. Out to Rivers. Rivers on the drive, in from the left. Goes up, had it blocked. Follow Nelson Adota. Good. Didn't follow your shot. Didn't follow their shot. Now they run ahead to Lexi Hall. Hall shoots a three from the left. Tina Charles the rebound. Chance for the Sun to tie or get the lead. They'll take the lead with this three, and it's home. 10-0 run by Connecticut. Finds themselves up by 1 and finds Stephanie White using a timeout. 2:32 remaining in the first half as Stacey Jones joins us. 40-39, Connecticut leads by 1 on the strength of a 10-0 run. And this run has come in the last couple of minutes. Got to check a couple things real quick. Let me step away and I'll be right back. All right, all's good with my family. Let me turn this other light on here. Hold on. There we go. I am going to get another green screen back here soon. I have to fix that. I have to fix that light too. 40-39, Connecticut leads by 1. As mentioned, Stacey Jones from AB&J Travel with us. What's going on, Snowman and faithful listeners? We're doing good here tonight. 52 listening, watching us live. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the Cash App at $ Tallman Dr. K50 or the Super Chat to support the show. A like, share, and subscribe supports the show also. – 40-39, Connecticut leads, which forced Indiana into a timeout. Now, remember, they've already lost a timeout and their challenge. There we are. Everything's back up to par. And we're ready to get back to work. Now, just for the fact of Sanaya Rivers chirping, I want the Fever to blow them out. But they're playing very competitive right now. Since the 5.5-minute mark of the second quarter, it's a 10-0 run by the Connecticut Sun. Indiana 0 for 6 with only a rebound during that stretch. The Sun 4 out of 8. Remember, Indiana led by 1 at the end of 1. Now we're back to business. Boston in the front court finds Sophie Cunningham off to the left. Cunningham stops, 20-footer, rimming. No, rebound Sanaya Rivers. 2:12 for the half. J.C. Sheldon brings it up. Sheldon in the front court, leans over the dribble against Ari McDonald. Sheldon backs up on the dribble, plays it right side to Hartley, dump low right Charles, backs in on Boston, backs in, fadeaway shot in the lane, nope. Long rebound chased down by Kelsey Mitchell, and back they come on the push. Kelsey Mitchell on the fly. Mitchell all the way, lays it in. Kelsey Mitchell gives Indiana the lead right back, 41-40, and $1.40 for the half. Rivers in the front court, outside left, guarded by Kelsey Mitchell. Rivers works off the screen, stops, pops, hits it. 42-41 Connecticut. 90 seconds left in the first half as Boston comes across into the front court. Boston picks up her dribble out front. Bounce pass to McDonald in the left corner. Back to Boston, left of the key. Holds and looks. Back to the right side, Mitchell. 3-ball from the right corner. Rebound, Sanaya Rivers. Rivers hustles it up. 1:10 left in the first half. Rivers in the front court. Outside right. Plays it right corner to Sheldon. Dump low right for Nelson Adota, who missed. And the rebound comes down to Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham across into the front court. Aaliyah Boston on the drive, right of the lane, fakes, goes up, had it blocked, no foul. Rebound taken down by Rivers, who pushes Howard out of the way. Now we have a jump ball, and that's the call. That calls a jump ball. I'm having trouble with my words. I'm sorry. Not a good first half. If you look at it scoring right for Caitlin Clark, she has 5 points, but she's dished out 4 assists. But her team needs to quit turning the ball over. That's been their bugaboo, especially on the road. 43.4 left in the first half. Here's the tip, and it's controlled by Hartley, and here they come on the run. 3-on-2. Hartley on the drive with a bounce pass underneath. It's stolen and taken away. Mitchell with a steal, plays it to Howard. 30 seconds for the half. 19 on the shot clock. Howard turns and looks, finds Caitlin Clark, directing traffic on the left wing, guarded by Sanaya Rivers. Out front, Aaliyah Boston. On the right side, Kelsey Mitchell. Pitch out right corner at Cunningham. 3. Splash! And the Fever have the lead, 44-42. 15 seconds left, shot clock off. Hartley across into the front court, leans over the dribble. Works it against Kelsey Mitchell. 10 now down to 6 seconds. Here's Hartley on the move against the Charles screen. 3-pointer out front. Rebound, Sanaya Rivers. Back up. No, and that's the half. Phew. After all that, the lead is 2, 44-42 in favor of the Indiana Fever. And I'm gonna take a short breather. I gotta get some water and I gotta catch my breath. Your first half, I gotta catch my breath. Dadgummit. First half stats after this. Don't go away. I got too many buttons over here. 44-42. Indiana leads by 2 at the half. Let me see if I can make this. There we go. All right, there we go. So now I get the flexibility of not only basketball with the time remaining, but also baseball with the count and everything like that. All right. Yep. Wait a minute. Oh, doggone it. I'll have to shorten this box somehow. How? I don't know. How? I don't know. What's the ratio? Second trivia question of the night. What's the win ratio between the Fever and the Sun? The Sun have won 55 times and the Fever have won 31 times. And they have split their first two games this year. And I think my wife and my son are back home. So if y'all will excuse me, I will greet them and I will be back after I talk to my family. Hold on a minute. All right. A couple of chats have come in while my son and my wife get situated. Is it true about Brittany Griner being banned? I have not heard anything of such. What? You know who it is, Lucy. Come here. Come here. Hold on. I want y'all to meet somebody. Come here, Lucy. Lucy. Come here, girl. Come here. This is my... Hi. Oh, you want to greet them at the door, don't you? That was my dog, Lucy. Come here, Lucy. This is Lucy. Hi. How are you doing? Do you want to go see Mama and Cody? Okay. I'll let you out. Yep. All right, now I do got to step away because I got to dish out some cat food. 44-42 our score at the half. The Fever lead by 2. We'll be back after this timeout. All right. 44-42 our score. Yeah, Paul, I love you being here, but don't do that. Okay? The next time you post a comment like that, as much as I love you, you will be timed out. Okay? No comments like that are allowed in my chat during ball games. All right? I want everybody to be nice in here. I want everybody to be respectful. Bread.
I know some of the bread I made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you put food out for the critters? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. What are you doing in here, Lucy? Okay. Okay. Let me go over the rules of the chat, especially during play-by-play. Number one, please be respectful. Okay? Please be respectful. If there is a comment like what Paul posted, and like I said, Paul, I love you dearly, but please be respectful. That's my first request. My second is not to post any spoilers. And my third one, repeat rule 1. Please be respectful. Okay? That's all I ask. Be respectful to each other and for each other. All right? No mess will be tolerated here. If there's any chicanery, I can't cuss on a play-by-play call, but if there's any chicanery, you will be, first of all, timed out. Second of all, you will be blocked. And third of all, you will be banned. All right? I don't want this to turn into some of the other chats that I've seen play-by-play wise. So my main rule is to please, I beg of y'all, to everyone tuning in, be respectful. That's all I ask. Just be respectful. Who do y'all think is going to win the 3-point shootout on Friday night? Alicia Gray has 1 win. Sabrina Ionescu, Alicia Gray, Caitlin Clark. I know those 3 are in. But who do y'all think is going to win the 3-point shootout? Yeah, let's enjoy the broadcast. And again, the rules: be respectful and no spoilers in the chat. I don't want to have to issue any consequences, but there are some. All right? Everybody that comes in this chat deserves a chance to have a good time and also deserves a chance to post something good. Okay? This is all about old school good times for everybody. Okay? I want y'all to just please be respectful, mind everybody in the chat, and don't post any messages like that. Be kind, be respectful, and no spoilers. Those are my 3 rules. Any of those rules get broken, you will be blocked, you will be timed out, then allowed to come back. You will be blocked until I say otherwise, and then you will be banned without a chance to come back. Those are your consequences. So again, remember the 3 rules of the chat. Be respectful, no spoilers, and please be kind. Be kind of the folks that are in the chat and be kind of the athletes that we cover. Okay? Those are my only requests. Okay, with all that out of the way, I'm going to have a quick snack and we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter after this. All right, we're back to business. I think, yeah, we're just about back to business. 44-42. Indiana leads by 2. They've led by as many as 9 on 2 occasions, once in each quarter, as they have sent a double team for Caitlin Clark almost every time she's had the ball. And just about every time she's beaten it. Natasha Howard leads with 12. Tina Charles leads them with 11. Passport OG in the house. What's up, my friend? Salute to you. Here's a Lexi Hall 3 out of the left corner. No good as we get started with the third quarter. Sanaya Rivers brings it down. Starters on the floor for both teams here in the third quarter. Bria Hartley has it out front between the circles. Standing dribble, plays it to Sheldon. JC Sheldon backs up on the dribble against Caitlin Clark. Now works her way left of the lane. Fakes out to Charles. Over to the right side for Sanaya Rivers. Dump low right, Nelson Odota. Backs in on Boston. Goes up with a reverse. Missed it. Rebound tap down to Natasha Howard. 9:18 left in the third. Caitlin Clark in the front court. Clark with a deep 3 from the wing. Ball on the floor to Natasha Howard. Got stripped, but a foul called. They're at the end of 3 in Atlanta, and the National League has the lead in the Major League Baseball All-Star game, 2-0. Now, why did Sauce Gardner get a 4-year deal worth $120 million? Why? He ain't worth it. Free throw no good for Natasha Howard. And now she will have a chance to shoot for point number 12. I know, Lucy. I know. They're out there. Second free throw, good. It's a 3-point Indiana lead, 45-42, and 9:08 left in the third. Bria Hartley in the front court finds Sheldon. Sheldon on the push. Her 20-foot jumper is missed. Rebound taken down by Nelson Odota. Out to Rivers. Out front, Hartley. A straight-on 3. Good. And we're tied at 45 with 8:50 remaining in the third. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Clark in the front court, guarded by J.C. Sheldon. They don't send a posse after her. Now they do. Clark on the drive, left of the lane. Lean in, flip, bank, no. Rebound to Tina Charles, and a chance for Connecticut to get the lead. Huh? Okay. They bounce it to Tina Charles. Charles goes up, had it blocked, and now a jump ball or a foul? Jump ball. .45 all, 8:17 left in the third, and the jump ball is controlled by Kelsey Mitchell. Here she comes on the fly, stops at the 3-point stripe, now drives all the way in, throws the shot up no good, but a foul called. And Mitchell shoots 2. Kelsey Mitchell to the free throw line. 11 points in the game. She shoots for point number 12 and hits it. And Indiana back in front. 8:10 left in the third. All-Star game Saturday night for the WNBA, and yours truly will have the call for that game. So tune in here. Free throw number 2, good. 47-45. Indiana by a pair, and 8 minutes left in the third. Bria Hartley directing traffic on the angle to the right. Hartley comes out front to J.C. Sheldon, who has not scored this evening. Sheldon picks up her dribble, dumps it to Nelson Odota. Odota fakes on Natasha Howard, now works her way into the lane with a left-handed scoop. Missed. Rebound out of bounds, stays with Connecticut with 7:51 remaining in the third. Alicia Gray, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Ionescu, and Sonia Citron are your shooters for the 3-point shootout on Friday. Who wins that contest? They haven't in play to Tina Charles. Backs in on Boston, swings the right-handed hook up. It's good. Tina Charles going to work. She's got 13, and it's tied at 47. Here comes Caitlin Clark on the fly to the left. Bounce past Lexi Hull underneath Natasha Howard. Shoots it in. 49-47. Indiana back up a pair. 7:25 left in the third. Here's Bria Hartley out front. Tina Charles, 18-footer. Got it. Charles starting to cook. She's got 15. And we're tied at 49 and 7:15 remaining in the third quarter. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Clark in the front court outside left. Over the top pass into Leah Boston. Now back to Lexi Hull. Back to Boston left of the key. Over the top pass into Natasha Howard. She lays it in. Go with a hot hand. That's Natasha Howard. She's got 15 of her own. And the lead is 2, 51-49 and 6:50 for the third. Out front, Tina Charles. She'll try a long three. Short. Rebound, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark back the other way. Indiana travels right to left in the second half. Clark leans over the dribble against J.C. Sheldon. Orders everybody out, and Aaliyah Boston just got popped and fouled. Well, she pops back up, and that's a good thing. I mean, she got rocked by Tina Charles. (51-49). Indiana leads by 2. Now they throw it underneath to Mitchell. Missed the layup. Rebound, Tina Charles. Ahead to Bria Hartley. Hartley on the fly in the front court. Outside right. Hartley picks up the dribble. Now finds Tina Charles. Bounce pass low to Anissa Morrow. Morrow fakes. Lean in, flip. Nope. Caitlin Clark the rebound. Clark hustles it up the far sideline in the front court. A deep three. Still hasn't made a three yet tonight. She's got to cash in one on the road. She's got to cash in one here tonight. 6:05 for the third, 51-49. Indiana leads. Out front to Tina Charles. Charles plays it to Sanaya Rivers between the circles. Rivers circles the lane, stops, pops, no good left in the lane, and the rebound tip to Caitlin Clark. She's gathering the rebounds tonight. Caitlin Clark in the front court. Clark with a wraparound dribble. Fakes. Comes back outside to Boston. Now to Caitlin Clark behind the Boston screen. Caitlin Clark pitches left corner. A Mitchell three. Oh, in and out. Rebound, Tina Charles. Back they come the other way. Ahead to J.C. Sheldon. Flying in. Throws the shot up. Nope. Follow Charles. No. Rebound, Anissa Morrow. Off her foot. And the steal. Kelsey Mitchell across in the front court. Mitchell finds Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham for three. Splash! 54-49. Indiana leads by 5 and timeout called by the Connecticut Sun.
Got it working. So.
Yay!
Yay, buddy! Here we do.
My wife and my son. All right, let me take a break. Talk to them briefly because we got one emergency solved. Still working on another one, but let me get a few minutes with them and I'll be back. Not that one. This one. Too many buttons. Pumpkin, what are you doing? Come here, Pumpkin Bear. Here's another member of my furry household. This is Pumpkin. Now Pumpkin's wondering, what am I doing up here? You wanted to come up here, you little rascal. All right, down you go. That's the second of my 3 cats. I have Winnie, I have Pumpkin, and I have Binks. And y'all saw my dog Lucy earlier tonight. Oop! Don't go there, Pumpkin. Quit! Mm. All right, they're in the top of the fourth in Atlanta. We might provide some bonus coverage of that game. The National League leads the American League 2-0. And I had planned to do the All-Star game, but Indiana Fever takes priority. 54-49 our score. Natasha Howard leads all with 17 points. Kelsey Mitchell has 13. Caitlin Clark, 5 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds. Now I'm messing with Pumpkin here. Why are you hanging around, Pumpkin? Because you want to, of course. I'm gonna have to get a chair. I'm gonna have to get a chair for Pumpkin. All right, ready to get back to business. The Fever lead 54-49. Biggest lead for Indiana has been 9. Biggest lead for Connecticut has been 2. Bria Hartley brings it up. Hartley in the front court finds Anissa Morrow, the rookie from LSU. Now plays it to Sanaya Rivers, to Charles on the left wing. Charles fakes. Lacan had to go off her foot. That was deflected. She's able to pick it up. Lacan, front court to the left. 4 to shoot. 3, 2. Lacan, a long 3 from the left wing. Long rebound. Chased down by Charles. Out to Bria Hartley for 3. Nope. Rebound on the floor. Out of bounds. Stays with Connecticut. Stacy says agreed. Chair for Pumpkin. I may have to get one for all my pets here whenever I'm online. 4:47 left in the third. They have it in play to Anissa Morrow. Lacan has it this time. Lacey Lacan on the drive left of the lane. Dump pass out to the right. Tipped out of bounds. Stays with Connecticut. They have it in play again to Lacan. Lacan with a wraparound dribble on the drive right of the lane. Comes up shooting. Rimming, no. Rebound tip out of bounds. Belongs to Indiana? I don't think so. I think we're going to have a challenge here. That ball should belong to Connecticut. Sierra Gold has become a new subscriber. Thank you very much. And for those of you that have subscribed, why don't you consider becoming a member of the channel also? Caitlin Clark 0 for 4 from three-point land tonight. And now something has Clark incensed, and they smartly walk her off the floor. So we're going to have a challenge here. And it's 54-49 in favor of the Indiana Fever. And how about another to Callie Greenshields, who is, I believe, listening north of the border. How about another trivia question for us? Because we do have a review right now. While you dig up that question, let me step away for a moment. Oh, she did pose the question. Here's our next question of the night. Who leads the Connecticut Sun in scoring? My guess is Tina Charles. Is that this season or is that all time? Yeah, this should be a reversal and allow Connecticut to keep their challenge. I think this is off of Natasha Howard. But then again, looking at this, Natasha Howard got fouled by Anissa Morrow first. This season, I guess Tina Charles. Rebecca Lobo and friends make it happen. Okay, Mr. McCarthy. Oh, the referee said something as he walked by to Caitlin Clark, and boy, did she get mad in a hurry. I thought so. Tina Charles is the answer. And they still have this play under review. Again, they're in the top of the fourth at the Major League Baseball All-Star game. Well, it seems to me that Clark and the referee that she yelled at a moment ago got things straightened out. This is a long review, man. This is a long review. I would think that this would be a simple one and the ball would belong to Connecticut and ball went off of Indiana out of bounds. Why do you think, hey, Ryan, here's a question for you. Why do you think the Albany Sun would be better than the Connecticut Sun? And unfortunately, the Fever can't review it because they lost their challenge earlier on another bad call. They're still talking it over. They have now gone to the bottom of the fourth. Cattell Marte with a 2-run double, providing the difference in the All-Star game so far. 43 watching so far. Let's see if we can get the number up to triple digits like we had earlier in the year. Fever lead the league in what percentage? That's our next trivia question. I'm going to say field goal percentage. And this call should be overturned. I don't know why it took them so long. It is overturned, and the Connecticut Sun will retain their challenge and their timeout. (54-49). Indiana leads by 5 and 4:33 remaining in the third. And that call has indeed been overturned. And it is off of Natasha Howard out of bounds. So now Connecticut will bring it in baseline right because I believe we could draw a bigger crowd. MVP Arena can seat over 17,000 for basketball. Well, they got 18,000 in the house tonight in Boston. Layla LeCan's foul line jumper, good. And it's 54-51. And you know what? That's a good thought, Ryan. That's a good thought. They can sell over 17,000. The trick would be for me to be season tickets. How many they could sell for like more than one season. Caitlin Clark has it off to the left. 7 to shoot. Caitlin Clark backs up on the dribble. A bullet pass underneath to Sophie Cunningham, and she's fouled. That foul comes with 3 on the shot clock. Tina Charles with the foul. That is her second. 54-41. In play, it comes to Damiris Dantas. Now to Mitchell, flying all the way in. Lefty layup rolls home. 56-51. 3:50 remaining in the third quarter. On the left side is Layla LeCan. LeCan fakes left of the lane. Out front, Tina Charles. Charles with a fake. Out to the right side, Morrow. 20-foot jumper. Nope. Ball tapped out of bounds. Stays with Connecticut. Oh,
what did you say? Chicken wing something?
Chicken wing something. Smart Alec. Hey, Dakota, you owe me a hug, kid.
He's freezing, honey.
Oh, okay. All right. 56-51. They have it in play to Layla Lacan as my son messes with me. Lacan dancing on the dribble off to the right. Picks up her dribble. Now finds Lindsay Allen. Bounce low right, Tina Charles. Back to Allen on the cut. Got stripped. Stolen by Cunningham. Cunningham on the fly. 3-on-2. Back to Natasha Howard. Missed the scoop. And the rebound taken down by Anissa Morrow. Missed steal, Kelsey Mitchell. Now they got numbers if they hurry. Lindsay Allen flying in the front court. Finds Morrow. Morrow fakes out to Lacan. In the left corner is Sanaya Rivers. All the way to the hole and shoots it in. 56-53. 3 minutes left in the third. Sanaya Rivers has 8 points tonight. Sydney Colson in the front court as Caitlin Clark gets a breather. Here's Colson on the move to the right. Out front, Dantas. Backdoor to Kelsey Mitchell. Stolen by Morrow. Another turnover for Indiana. Here comes Lacan on the fly. Driving in on Dantas. Shoots it up no good. And Natasha Howard the rebound. Outlet pass Sophie Cunningham. Ahead to Kelsey Mitchell on the fly. Lays it in. She's got 19. 58-53. Indiana leads by 5. They've led by as many as 9. Sanaya Rivers out front. Plays it to Morrow. Underneath, Tina Charles goes up. Scores and a foul called.
Well, it's still starting, so as long as it starts tomorrow morning, we should be good to go.
Okay. 2:15 left in the third. 58-55. Clark back in. KK Thompson making her first appearance of the night. So it's Boston, Clark, Timpson, Sydney Colson, and Sophie Cunningham. Charles gets ready, shoots the free throw. Good. 58-56. It's a 2-point Indiana lead and 2:12 left in the third as Caitlin Clark brings it up. Met by J.C. Sheldon at the timeline. Clark angles left, finds Colson. Back to Clark. Clark on the move to the right. They chase her with a double team. Clark seeds the opening. Underneath Sophie Cunningham, she shoots it in. 60-56. Fever lead by 4. And 1:54 remaining in the third. Lacan has it off to the right. Lacan on the attack, left of the lane. Throws up the reverse layup and shoots it in. 60-58, 2-point lead. And 1:39 left in the third. Here's Caitlin Clark on the move, right of the lane, all the way to the hoop, and lays it up. No good. And the rebound taken down by Anissa Morrow. 60-58, 2-point lead. A 3 out of the corner by Sheldon. No good. Rebound, Timpson. Now Timpson brings it up herself, breaks traffic. Timpson through traffic, had it stripped, stays with Indiana. 60-58 our score. The Fever lead by 2. And a great pass from Caitlin Clark to Sophie Cunningham. Clark has 5 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. She also has 3 turnovers. She has yet to put a 3 home tonight. She'll try this one from the left wing and missed it. And the rebound on the floor comes down to Anissa Morrow. Chance to tie for Connecticut. Lindsay Allen brings it up in the front court. Allen out front to Morrow. Morrow fakes on Timpson, drives all the way to the hoop. Reverse layup is in, and we're tied. 60 apiece, 57.1 left in the third. And now Colson brings it back the other way. You might be able to get 2 possessions out of this if you're lucky and if you play the time right. Here's Caitlin Clark, guarded by J.C. Sheldon. On the right side, Aaliyah Boston. Boston on the drive, into the lane, in on Adota. Fadeaway jumper is good. Aaliyah Boston, 3 points in the game, but with a pair of rebounds. And Indiana leads by 2, 62-60. 35 seconds left in the third. They'll get it again, indeed, on 24-second count, will Indiana. Adota has it off to the left, now finds J.C. Sheldon with a wraparound dribble, gets the screen from Adota, gives it back to Adota, left of the lane, holds and looks, out front Allen, a straight-on 3. Rebound, Caitlin Clark. 17 seconds left in the third. Chance to extend the lead. Clark across into the front court. Clark backs up on the dribble against J.C. Sheldon. Clark on the move to the right. 4 seconds. 3, 2, bounce pass out of bounds, and Clark turns it over. So now a chance for Connecticut to tie or get the lead as Sheldon lets one go from half court. It's online, but it's off the top of the glass. And we're done with 3. It's Indiana 62 and Connecticut 60. And answering the question we had earlier, because I believe Ryan McCarthy says we could draw a bigger crowd. MVP Arena can seat over 17,000 for basketball, and we can bring a crowd based on the 2024 Women's Regional. You know what? I agree with that. And he backs it up by saying, and Mohegan Sun's Arena seats only 10,000. Albany can pack the house, especially if a big name joins the Sun. Could you imagine if Juju Watkins joins the Sun and they move to Albany? Yeah, it would be kind of nuts. That would be nuts. And plus you'd have Caitlin Clark coming in. You'd have Sabrina Ionescu coming in from neighboring Brooklyn. Well, not much neighboring, but you get the idea. But what would it take for them to make the move? That's my question. What would it take for them to make the move? I'm just so waiting for Caitlin Clark to bang home a 3 from distance. She has only hit 1 3-point shot on the road. My co-host and I have already said we would buy courtside seats for game 1. I'm not buying courtside seats. I'm getting a press pass. Skip all of that. I am going to work hard to get myself a press pass. Because courtside seats, even for the W, can get pretty expensive. Gamebridge Fieldhouse, hello. United Center, hello. Rhino, don't make me throw you out of here. Oh, and tomorrow's Wednesday. Oh, my gosh. Sticks of Maine joins us. Wouldn't be the first time a franchise from Connecticut relocated to Albany. The Black Wolves relocated to Albany and became the Fire Wolves in the NLL. I remember that. Giants fan and the Rising Rhino bunch are bringing a raid. I appreciate you all for coming in. Rhino's here with us. Giants fan 56 is here with us. Let's see how many more coming in. Oh, we got another subscriber now. Gaming Boy 619, which indicates to me San Diego area. Hit the like button, people. Thank you, Giants fan. Field goal percentage. I thought so. At 46.5%. I thought that would be the magic. I thought around there would be the magic number. It's a 2-point lead, 62-60. And I'm liking doing the fan chat instead of like running commercials. I'm liking this. Keeps me interactive with the fans. Your fourth quarter goes Nelson Odota. Your lineups for the fourth quarter goes Olivia Nelson Odota, JC Sheldon, Anissa Morrow, Lindsay Allen, and Lila Lacan. For the Indiana Fever, it's Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, KK Timpson, Sydney Colson, and Sophie Cunningham. Chance for the Fever to close up their second victory of the year against the Connecticut Sun. They beat them by 17 back home in Indianapolis the last time these two teams played. Lacan, 10 points, her career high tonight. She's 5 of 9 from the floor. And now we're ready as Connecticut will come left to right in the dark tops, dark bottoms, white numbers and lettering. Indiana goes white tops, white bottoms, blue numbers and lettering. Here we go. The money period begins with Lacan bringing the ball up against Sydney Colson. LeCan turns on the dribble, front court to the right, switches hands, now has a left-hand dribble, plays it in the corner, a moral three, in and out. Rebound, Aaliyah Boston. Boston brings it up herself in the front court. Aaliyah Boston finds Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark on the fly, backs up to the left corner, out front Boston. Boston hands to Caitlin Clark, bounce pass to Boston, 15-footer, good right of the lane. Old Rhino sent me, says Eric Saunders. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Anthony, for subscribing. Like number 40 is Steve Nevins. Thank you very much. 64-60. Indiana leads by 4. You don't want to let Connecticut get close. Here's LeCan on the drive all the way into the lane. Shoots it up, no good. Aaliyah Boston the rebound. Hands to Caitlin Clark. 9:08 for the ball game. Caitlin Clark across into the front court. Caitlin Clark with a bounce pass to Aaliyah Boston. Boston fakes, had the ball tipped, and stolen by LeCan. LeCan back the other way. Miss steal Clark. Hands to Allen. Out front LeCan. She'll step into a three. And she hits it, and a foul called. Oh, man. Giants fan 56 sends a reminder, says everyone hit the like button that comes in. Thank you, Eric Saunders, for coming in. Giants fan, the gaming boy himself. Hey, gaming fan, where are you subscribing from? Where are you listening from? Thanks for tuning in. Free throw by LeCan. Nope, can't tie it up. Timpson the rebound. 1 point lead. 8:45 for the ball game as Colson brings it up. Colson in the front court. Dump low to Boston. Boston backs in on Nelson Adota. Boston backs in, goes up, swings the hook shot up. No, but a foul called. And Aaliyah Boston shoots a pair. 2 of their major scorers not having good nights tonight, and yet Indiana holds the lead. Nelson Odota played her tough, but committed the foul. Free throw good for Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark continues to struggle from three-point land on the road. She's only hit 1 3-point goal in 35 attempts. That includes tonight. 2 free throws good, 66-63. Fever lead by 3, 8.5 left. You want them to close this one down and get this one so they can have momentum going to New York tomorrow. Anissa Morrow's layup is missed. Sophie Cunningham the rebound to Caitlin Clark. They send a double team after her. Caitlin Clark escapes the double team, works it left of the lane, and comes back outside. Runs into a double team again, and Adota comes up with a steal. They run ahead to J.C. Sheldon. Underneath to Layla LeCan. She's got a gimme. 15 for Layla LeCan. And with 8 minutes left, it's a 1-point game, 66-65. Sydney Colson front court to the left. Sophie Cunningham gets knocked down, nothing called. Sydney Colson on the move, stops, dumps it to Boston. Boston goes up, shoots it up, no good, but a foul called, and Aaliyah Boston shoots a pair. (66-65). The Fever lead by 1. I beg your pardon. Ay. Boston gets ready, shoots the free throw. Good. 67-65. 7:45 left in the ball game. Caitlin Clark will take a breather. Going to need her playmaking down the stretch. Second attempt on the way. Good. 68-65. You're right, Victor. They got to stop playing with their Indiana's got to stop playing with their food and keeping them in the ball game. 7:38 left. Bria Hartley has it off to the right. Hartley standing dribble on the attack right of the lane. Back left to J.C. Sheldon. J.C. Sheldon is scoreless tonight. Sheldon out front to Tina Charles. Charles fakes. Dump low to Anissa Morrow. Got the layup against Timpson. It's a 1-point game, 68-67. Who's this behind me? Hi, Pumpkin. Back in the front court is Sydney Carlson. And I don't think Pumpkin ran out. Out front, Sophie Cunningham to Timpson on the right wing. Timpson on the drive, into the lane, and a blocking foul. And Timpson will shoot a pair. Chance to stretch the lead for the Indiana Fever. They've led, I'll say it once again, they've led by as many as 9. They lead by 1 right now with 7:07 remaining. In fact, on 3 separate occasions in the first half, they led by as many as 9. 7:07 for the ball game. 68-67, Fever lead by 1. KK Timpson, the rookie from Notre Dame, at the free throw line. First one, got it. 69-67, 2-point lead. Natasha Howard set to come back in for the Indiana Fever. And you also got to make your free throws down the stretch if you're the Indiana Fever, because they're going to foul you. Timpson again. Nope. Rebound Anissa Morrow. Chance to tie or get the lead for Connecticut. Hartley brings it up in the front court, guarded by Colson. Out front, Anissa Morrow. Morrow, the rookie from LSU, holds against Timpson. Morrow spins. Down the lane she comes. Shoots it up. Nope. Ball tipped twice, and Timpson picks it off. Hands to Colson. Under 7 to go as Colson races in the front court. Finds Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell back in. Out front, Aaliyah Boston. Boston holds and looks with a back door to Sophie Cunningham. Lays it up, no good. But a foul called, and Cunningham shoots 2. Again, a chance to extend the lead for the Indiana Fever. Are you going out this time, Punkin? There you go. Losing control of everything here. There we go. Sophie Cunningham, the veteran from Missouri, will shoot a pair in her 6th year. 2 big free throws coming up. Here's the first one. Got it. 70-67, 3-point lead for the Indiana Fever. And I'll say it again, they've led by as many as 9. Natasha Howard in, Timpson out. So it's Howard, Boston, Mitchell, Colson, and Cunningham as Clark gets a breather. Cunningham misses the second one, and the rebound, Anissa Morrow gives to Bria Hartley. Hartley across into the front court. Tina Charles has it out front. On the move to the left, hands to J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon scissor dribble, works it left of the lane, all the way to the hoop, lays it up, blocked, but a foul called, and J.C. Sheldon shoots 2. As the rookie from Ohio State gets a chance for some points. Sheldon has 1 point tonight as she has split a pair of free throws. That foul will be charged to Aaliyah Boston, and that's her 3rd. Free throw by Sheldon, no good. Oh for 6 from the field for Sheldon. Finally drops in her first point of the game. 70-68. It's a 2-point lead and 6:15 remaining. In the front court is Sydney Colson. Colson outside left. Dumps it low left to Boston. Boston backs in on Tina Charles. Backs in, throws the shot up. Nope, but a foul called. And Aaliyah Boston shoots a pair. Now is the time for Indiana to really start executing their offense and put this game away. Tina Charles is called for the foul, and that is her 3rd. Boston, 9 points on the evening. Free throw number 1, good. 71-68. Each team 3 timeouts down the stretch. Sanaya Rivers back in for the Connecticut Sun. The second attempt on the way, good. If that's where you can make some cash, Indiana, that's where you can make some cash. This quarter, Indiana 8 for 10 from the free throw line. Connecticut 1 for 3. Here's a three by Sheldon off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Natasha Howard. Off to Colson. Colson on the fly. Front court to the right. Colson turns on the dribble. Out front, Howard. Aaliyah Boston, three-point stripe. Now finds Sophie Cunningham, and Cunningham got fouled. Nothing called. And she simply stepped out of bounds. And unfortunately, at this time, they can't challenge it because they don't have any challenges left. It's a 4-point lead as we are at a timeout. So I'm going to step away for a quick breather. 72-68 Indiana. Back in a moment. .543 left in the ball game. It's Indiana 72 and Connecticut 68. But you don't want to get comfortable against a team with only 3 wins on the year because they're playing with nothing to lose. As we are in the midst of a timeout, who do you guys think will win the 3-point shootout on Friday night? The WNBA 3-point shootout. My money's on Caitlin Clark. Actually, I'll split it. I'll split the money. I'll put some on Caitlin Clark and I'll put some on Sabrina Ionescu. I'll put some on Caitlin Clark and some on Sabrina Ionescu. I want to find out who the other participants are. Kelsey Plum, Alicia Gray, who already has a 3-point title. And I don't remember who the other participant is. And I said them earlier, and I totally forgot. So let's see if Indiana can close this game out with a little over 5 minutes left. As I said, Pam Ward is doing the call for ESPN. I had a chance to meet her. Lovely lady to talk to. Met her in Chicago some time back. Caitlin Clark on the bench for a breather. Connecticut 12 second chance points. 7 lead changes, 10 ties. Indiana has the biggest lead of the night. They led by 9, and that happened on 2 occasions. Sanaya Rivers has it out front. Rivers on the drive, pushes off on Cunningham, and a foul on Cunningham. .527 left. 72-68. Indiana leads by 4. They have it out front to Hartley. Bria Hartley against the double team finds Charles. Charles with a fake on Aaliyah Boston starts her dribble. Now works her way in the lane. Throws the shot up. Nope, but a foul called on Aaliyah Boston. My money is on Sabrina. That's a fair bet. CC has to get a lot more consistent because the threes are not falling. And on top of that, she's dealing with back-to-back injuries. Indiana will be shooting the bonus from here on out. 2 team fouls against the Fever. Free throw good for Tina Charles. Wednesday, we go see the champs at 7:30. 7:20 is our pregame show. And then Friday is the 3-point contest as the second free throw is good for Tina Charles. As Colson brings it up, Kelsey Mitchell outside right. Mitchell works off the Boston screen, keeps her dribble, works off the screen again, back to Cunningham in the left corner. Colson backs out on the dribble, shoots a 3 out to the left. Nope. Rebound. Natasha Howard falls and she's fouled. And Natasha Howard will shoot a pair. Natasha Howard working on 17 points. This game, Marcus, can go either way. It can go either way. These two teams have played competitive all night, although you thought that Indiana was ready to run away when they got out to a 9-point lead twice. Howard's free throw. They were in the top of the 6th in Atlanta in the Major League Baseball All-Star game. It's still 2-0 in favor of the National League. Only 5 points in the second half for Natasha Howard after 12 in the first half. She's 1 for 3 from the line, all of them in the second half. Second one, got it. 73-70, 4:48 left. Sanaya Rivers brings it up. And what? Natasha Howard just split a pair of free throws. She's got 18 points on the night. And timeout called. And Marcus is talking about the Cubs. Man, don't bring that Cubs talk in here. I mean that kiddingly, of course. How are you a Cubs fan? I'm from Chicago and I can kid around like this. If any of you follow football, put your football team in the chat. Once again, if any of you guys follow football, put your football team in the chat. Let me go see what Rhino is doing. You know what I need to do? I need to have and make a couple of other break sessions just in case. Get a sip of water here. And I broke a rule that I usually have tea here on my desk with me, and I didn't make any tonight. I got to have some for tomorrow. Dwayne Musso says the Lions. Marcus says I'm from Chicago, and I love all things to Chicago minus the Sox. Well, that's your fault. I kid when I say that, of course. Hey, Marcus, where do you go for pizza? Since you're a Chicago guy, I'm a Chicago guy. What's your pizza spot? And while he answers that question, the Indiana Fever are 4 for 16 from 3-point land. Connecticut is 5 of 23. Those are your 3-point field goal numbers on the night. Oh, man, I'm diabetic, so no more pizza for me. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Well, where did you used to go? Where'd you go the most? So I'm assuming you're also a Bears fan. I want to say that, but I also want to be correct. Oh, excuse me. Caitlin Clark will come back in for Sydney Colson. Natasha Howard, 18 points, 12 rebounds on the night. And they're doing a little video tribute to Tina Charles, and well-deserved. She's got 20 points on the night, along with 11 rebounds. Those 20 leads all scorers. .420 game this year, tied for second most. 20.10 rebound game. Second most in the, excuse me, tied for second most. Now, time to put him away, but first you got to start with a defensive stop. Out front is Layla Lacan. Lacan holds and looks. Bounce pass to Tina Charles at the free throw line. Comes up shooting right of the key. No good. Rebound on the floor. Comes down to Kelsey Mitchell, who gives it to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark trots it up. Wouldn't it be good? Wouldn't it be fun to see her bang one home? Just to get her out of a slump on the road. Here's Clark on the drive. Into the lane. 12-footer. Got it. There you go. Caitlin Clark with 7. And the lead is 5, 75-70, and 4:05 left in the ball game. Lacan off to the left. Lacan picks up the dribble. This is Lacan out front. I beg your pardon. Drops the bounce pass to Charles to the right corner. Sanaya Rivers, a 3-pointer on the way. Long rebound, and Nisa Morrow. Morrow hooks it back outside to Lacan. Lacan on the drive, left of the lane. Bounce pass underneath, stolen by Cunningham. Ahead to Caitlin Clark. Clark on the fly, all the way in from the right. Got stripped, but a foul called. And Caitlin Clark will shoot 2. Caitlin Clark sitting on 7 points for the night. Does not have a 3-point field goal to date. But I think she'll take that if the Fever get out of here with a win. She went scoreless in that third quarter and drops that free throw to give her 8 points in the ball game, and Indiana's biggest lead since the second quarter of 6, 76-70. Second free throw, good, 77-70. 3:40 for the ball game. Time for another defensive stop. Bria Hartley brings it up. Hartley on the attack, right of the lane, picks up her dribble. Out front, Morrow. Morrow on the drive, works it right of the lane, hook pass underneath Tina Charles, pitch back out Lacan. Out front, Bria Hartley. Hartley on the drive with a scoop shot. Nope. Rebound Tina Charles. Back up. No, but a foul called. And Tina Charles shoots 2 more. But before I was diabetic, Gino's, yes. Gino's was his place. Giordano's was my place. Although I love all things Chicago pizza. I do. I love all things Chicago pizza. Gino's East, Giordano's. Free throw no good for Tina Charles. Lead stays at 7. 77-70. As we're counting down to 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Damaris Dantas now on for Indiana. The second free throw, good. 6-point game. 3:20 remaining. Caitlin Clark brings it up. Clark across into the front court. Caitlin Clark, and a timeout has been called. Are we just doing a reset here? Nope, it's a full timeout. It's a full timeout. Stacey Jones says, I like Giordano's and Gino's East for Chicago pizza. Yeah, those are my 2 places. Those are my 2 places. But there are too many pizza places, and for me, they are all very good. I agree with that. We're in the midst of a timeout, 77-71. The Indiana Fever have the lead. They've led by as many as 9 in this ball game. But Connecticut has led a few times. But I think coming down the stretch, it's going to take a Caitlin Clark 3 to put this game away. And just to get her shooting confidence back, being on the road and all. She's got to knock one down tonight. I think she'll get a couple of them down tomorrow in New York. But New York's a tough place to play. Let's not kid around. It's a 6-point lead, 77-71, and 3:14 remaining in the ball game. I asked earlier, how many threes do you think Caitlin Clark will put down tonight? Some said 4, some said 5. But let's see if she can bang one home tonight. A hook pass to Dantas in the left corner. Out to Clark for 3. Splash! I've been waiting to say that all night. She's got a dozen. 9-point lead for the Indiana Fever with 2:55 left. Bria Hartley was fouled by Caitlin Clark. Now both teams are in the bonus from here on out. Boy, did that had to feel good to get that one down on the road. Bria Hartley's free throw is good, 80-72. Clark 1 for 6 from three-point land, so she's 2 of 34 on the road from three-point land. But she just knocked home a big one. 2:50 left. Sophie Cunningham at the controls. Brings it up into the front court. Cunningham outside right. Out front, Caitlin Clark. Clark guarded by LeCan. Dantas comes to set the screen. 10 to shoot. Caitlin Clark dancing on the dribble. Clark to the free throw line. They won't let her in. That pass tapped back to her. She shoots the 20-footer. Missed it. Rebound taken down by Sanaya Rivers. Bodies all over the place. Rivers on the fly. Into the lane. Lays it up no good. And Dantas the rebound. 2:20 remaining. Clark in the front court. They'll use some clock with this possession. Natasha Howard has it out front. Howard hands to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell flying. Mitchell shooting. Mitchell missing. Rebound Anissa Morrow. (80-73) and 2 minutes left. Here's LeCan fouled by Dantas. And she'll come out for Leah Boston, I bet. Now you don't want to give this team, this Connecticut team, any kind of momentum whatsoever. (80-73), Indiana leads by 7. LeCan's free throw is good, 80-74. (16 points for Layla LeCan tonight. And that is a career and a season high. Make it 17, 80-75. Indiana leads by 5, 1:55 remaining. In the front court is Aaliyah Boston. Boston directing traffic. Clark comes to get it, has it out front, shoots the straight on 3. Long rebound tipped out of bounds, belongs to Connecticut. With 1:43 remaining in the ball game. It'll take a couple of defensive stops to finally put it away. You don't want to happen here, what happened at home against the LA Sparks. And do we have a clock malfunction? That was a heat check 3 for Caitlin Clark. And the thing I'm liking is that for the moment, Stephanie White's going to keep her on the floor with 100 seconds left. They have it in play to Bria Hartley. 80-75, Indiana with the lead. Bria Hartley works it left of the lane, comes back outside against Kelsey Mitchell. Hartley picks up her dribble out front. Charles from 20. Rebound taken down by Natasha Howard. With 1:24 left. A chance to put it away for the Indiana Fever as Clark dances on the dribble off to the right, and she's fouled. And she'll head to the line to shoot 2. The New York Jets and I know how you feel about them. No, you don't. And, of course, I have a 2-foot smile on my face as I say that. 80-75, 1:17 remaining in the ball game. Caitlin Clark to the free throw line. First one, good, 81-75. Now this one can make it a 3-possession ball game with 1:17 left. The second attempt on the way, good, 82-75. 14 for Caitlin Clark in the contest. 4 of 14 from the field, but she's hit 2 big free throws. 1:05 left. Here's LeCan, drives left of the lane. Out front, Hartley, a straight on 3. Rimming, no. Rebound, Caitlin Clark with a save to Aaliyah Boston. What a save by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark in the backcourt. We're into the final minute. Caitlin Clark dancing on the dribble outside left. 13 on the shot clock, 49 on the big one. Caitlin Clark standing dribble against LeCan. 10 on the clock. Here's Caitlin Clark on the drive. Underneath, Kelsey Mitchell shoots it in. It's a 9-point lead for the Indiana Fever, and Connecticut wants time. 39.3 left in the ball game, and Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are poised to take one on the road in Connecticut. They lead 84-75 on the Indiana Sports Hub. Just poking in before bed. 7 a.m. is going to hit like a brick. Yeah, it is. It is. Am I reading that right? You made tilapia tacos, Victor, and you didn't invite us? No, I'm just kidding. I'm all the way down here. I'm in Southern Indiana. He's up in Chicago. Clark will come out for this round. Caitlin Clark with 5 big points down the stretch. And I think our players of the game is going to be a team award tonight. I think we're going to have a team award tonight for the Indiana Fever. And remember, this is a back-to-back night because tomorrow they go to New York to play the New York Liberty, the defending champion New York Liberty, in which they owned a victory against them. So Nia Rivers looks to come in play to LeCan. 36 seconds, 21 on the shot clock. LeCan out to the left on the fly. Let her go. She lays it in. 7-point lead, 29.4 seconds left, and Stephanie White calls time. 84-77. The Indiana Fever lead by 7. They've led by as many as 9, but it looks like they're going to escape Connecticut with a victory on their way to New York to play the Liberty in their last game before the All-Star break. In the immortal paraphrase words of Gus Johnson, you made tacos and didn't invite us, hurt my feelings. And I remember the game where he initiated that phrase in. I'm doing this to get thinner and healthier. Agreed. Man, you better make me some of those tacos too, Victor. Matter of fact, make some for me and Jody. Indiana has possession. 1 timeout left. Connecticut has their challenge remaining. It may not be necessary at this juncture of the game. With 29.4 seconds left. And I think from here on out, Connecticut will play the foul game and try to extend it as long as they can. Lead is 7, 84-77. Clark remains out for this portion of the game. Anissa Morrow in. Aaliyah Boston in. And in fact, we'll just set your lineups for you of Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, who is in right now. Mitchell is fouled on her way to the hoop with 27.3 seconds remaining. It's a 3-possession game right now. Mitchell to the free throw line. Shoots the first one. Got it. 85-77. And Mitchell has 20 points on the evening. And Caitlin may be hurt again. I hope that to not be the case. The second attempt on the way, rims out. Rebound, KK Timpson. Out to Mitchell. You don't have to shoot the ball. Well, actually, you do. There's 10 on the shot clock. They're not going to shoot the ball, I don't think. Here's Mitchell. Stops and starts. Mitchell backs up for 3. Rebound and Anissa Moore with 11 seconds left. Hands to Charles. Ahead to Rivers. 7 seconds. Now 6. And that's your game, folks. Charles has it out front. Hands it off to Bria Hartley, and that's the game. The Indiana Fever pick up their 3rd win in a row. And they defeat the Connecticut Sun by a final of 85-77. Good ball game tonight by the Indiana Fever as we head into our box score. Final box score looks like this. Kelsey Mitchell led the Fever with 20 points. Tina Charles had 21 to lead Connecticut. Indiana shooting 49.2% from the field. Connecticut shot 36.1. 12 turnovers for the Indiana Fever, 8 for Connecticut. But, they got out-rebounded also 40-37. And listen to this attendance figure tonight, folks. 19,156. I think that's a high for them this year, except for the game they played at the United Center, which they will play later this year with Caitlin Clark in tow, we hope, and they'll bust that joint to the seams. But again, tonight's attendance, 19,156, 20 points for Kelsey Mitchell, 14 for Caitlin Clark let's look at the whole box score, shall we? As we give a quick reset. Natasha Howard finished with 18 points and 13 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston finished with 11 and 6. Kelsey Mitchell had 20 to lead the Fever. Lexi Hall had 5 points and Caitlin Clark 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Sophie Cunningham led the bench mob with 11. Damaris Dantas at 3. KK Timpson split a pair of free throws, and Ari McDonald had a pair. It was Tina Charles who had 21 to lead the Connecticut Sun, 19 off the bench for Layla Lacan, and 11 for Bria Hartley. So Indiana puts 5 players in double figures and win tonight by a score of 85-77. We'll be back with you tomorrow as the Fever travel to New York to take on the WNBA champion New York Liberty. And that's going to be a good one. Beg your pardon. 7:30 is our tip time. 7 o'clock is our pregame show because I want to spend a half hour talking to the fans. Let me know what you thought of our first half coverage of the Indiana Fever. Let me know what you thought, and let me know what we can do to make it better. Final one more time. Indiana 85, Connecticut 77. The preceding has been a presentation of Snowman Sportsnet and the Indiana Sports Hub, your alternative play-by-play home of the Indiana Fever. We'll see you tomorrow from New York. So long, everybody.